thank you for the teams for working on the challenge. I've heard that you've been working hard, and we are happy to see your results. Today we have Helmut Utman, who's our first judge, and he's been leading the ISS program for the last 12 years. And we have Hauke Ernst and Christian Steimler, and they are together on business development topics for Airbus DS.
Thank you very much. So, yeah, so welcome the team, first team to present. It's going to be team Asamaan. You have them in the room? Yeah, so. So, team Asamaan, the stage is yours, 3 minutes.
All right, well, I will start with making a confession. I love space. And, of course, therefore I went last year to the Martian. I have to admit, I liked the book better, but I greatly enjoyed the movie. I was not the only person who enjoyed the movie, as it was like a huge success, the Martian. It's like it got 6 times its investment money back. And also it showed again that actually space is very much alive at the general public. I think this is quite logical, because humans are explorers. And I think space is one of the last places to be explored. This is also reflected back in the upcoming market of space tourist flights offered by Xcore and Virgin Galactic. So instead of bringing people to space, we are going to bring space to the people. To create like a truly immersive and full experience, we are creating virtual reality content. In this way, you're really gonna feel if you're part of the action. You're gonna be side by side with astronauts, and you can also have a feeling that you can fly to space on, for example, the next Mars rover. To also keep our product interested in the long run, we're also gonna create or gonna offer games that are using virtual reality content. But yeah, the content we created with this. And this way, we also hope to create a nice and interesting community. Furthermore, we are, so the idea is also furthermore, so we are gonna create space, and the idea is also that our potential customers will be the millennial generation who have access to space, the access to mobile devices, and who are interested in space and new technologies. We have 2 different ways to create revenue. We are first offering virtual content, and the other part already mentioned in games. The Business Insider was expecting that in the next 5 years, the market of virtual reality will have an increasing rate of 90%. So we also expect that the demand for virtual content is greatly increasing. Then the last part is also that our games will be unique because we will be the first games using real virtual imagery.
So basically we have people who want to go to space, and we can maybe take them, take them to space. And we're going to do it by steps, creating audiovisual walkthroughs, short videos, visual reality and online games, cheap and catchy games with pay and play loads. And we plan to take this to 3D. We will be collecting data from the station. Time is over. Okay, I continue. So.
Thank you very much, team. So, time for questions. Can you pass on the microphone? Thanks.
Okay, just one question. There are many companies on the world which are providing already virtual reality games. Do you think that you can compete with them, or will you partner with them?
We are aware of all these companies that are developing a virtual reality industry around space and all that, but we try to make a big community, not only in games, but also in media, and also focused on education training, also focused on, I don't know, documentaries, film industry, and complete, like, very updated, like not now we are talking about space stations, but we would also like export it to another parts. I don't know. People would like to play football in the moon eventually, and riding bikes in Mars and all that. So maybe it's not competing, or it is competing. We still haven't studied the market enough in this last 20 years.
Would you also consider that creating this virtual reality community is also, let's say, a way to facilitate some space tourism market as well, which could be also interesting for us?
Yeah, we have two kind of customers. One is the person who will be the seeing the media, playing the games, and the other one is going to be marketing exploding. Like it's a space where I don't know, companies can introduce their features into games. I don't know, like suppose Candy Crush. So now there's a Coca-Cola feature or Star Wars features, and you can basically be creative in that. And these sort of games and videos are pay and play. Like you have a free version at first, and then you want, I don't know, Farmville, you want more cows, you buy more cows. So over here you want to fish more aliens, so you fish more aliens by paying a little bit more. So that's how we've constructed it right now.
So your business model is based on a B2B business with a whatever game and film industry. Is that correct understanding? Or do you foresee also to contact directly the private consumer market?
Yes, so actually we are at the moment focusing on both. I think we are seeing both an option of using B2B, so certain parts, like if we create the movies directly with the virtual reality providers selling this exclusive rights, or some part at least, but also, for example, in the games, more directly to the customer. So because we have two tracks actually. And
thank you, Tim. Time is over. So good job with the presentation.
Okay, so space is currently inaccessible to virtually anyone on Earth. Private space travel is very rare and very difficult to arrange. In fact, only 7 people have ever been privately in space at a price tag of minimum $20 million. So the only currently developed private endeavors come at a price tag of at least $750K for 5 minutes of zero-G experience, which still makes it unattainable for 99% of the population. We believe that reaching out to space is one of the most innate human desires, as being explorers and conquering new frontiers is what advanced us as a human race. And okay, now step. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Now I really have a blackout. I'm sorry. I rushed in too fast. We would like to inspire a new generation of spacefarers and foster a curiosity for the expanse. Most of the astronauts coming back from space report the same realization when looking back at Earth in its entirety and fragility, that all the conflicts and wars downstairs seem insignificant, and we would like to provide the same life-changing experience through the through virtual reality. So the solution is an immersive virtual reality experience, which would allow the users to experience outer space and the experience of an astronaut from the comfort of their own home. Our solution for the minimum viable product would be a pre-recorded immersive experience, which would allow the user to be inside a cockpit of a manned mission rocket going out to space, to have a tour inside the ISS where you can move freely, and also have a free float experience in outer space, looking back at Earth close to the ISS, similar like George Clooney in Gravity. So the technology that we will use for this is readily available. We use off-the-shelf VR cameras equipped with custom batteries to accommodate the safety regulations aboard the ISS. For outer space filming, we will use CubeSat or microsat with a X-base antenna with a 100 Mbit downlink to send data back to Earth. And as a redundancy, we have built in an antenna that is a unidirectional Wi-Fi antenna that sends data back to the ISS and could be sent back with a resupply mission to save the data. Oh.
Thank you very much, team. Time is over.
Okay.
So, judges, time for questions.
I think it was a quite interesting presentation on this virtual reality, but why do you think that somebody will buy that?
So actually you can see on the previous slide, so you can see that we actually have statistics that say within 6 to 7 years that there will actually be a huge growth in this market. And we have big data actually suggests that within 5 years that there will be, the virtual reality will actually be involved in up to 5 million to 100 million homes. And then this obviously improved throughout the future, expanded outwards. We can see that if we include the people within these actual homes, we can see that the 100 billion people idea is actually feasible, and it's going to happen. And big data suggests this already.
So why it should be you to do this business? So how are you going to, let's say, protect it? Will you be faster or better than your competition? Any idea on that?
So the idea is that this idea is obviously out there. There are other people that are obviously thinking of the same solution, the same product. But really, we're in a fantastic position here, having thought of this and having able to present this directly to a customer or a provider that we can partner with, being Airbus, and being the relationships that they're with. And maybe we are in such a position where you've already stated the timeline that you're looking to have something like this happen. And this is quite a quick process compared to some of the other companies. I think we're in a fantastic position if we do partner up with a big company like this, that we can fast track this. And that the actual content that is created through this product, it's not something that will be easily recreated by somebody else. It's something that once it's created, it is created by the company. And the first company that really comes out and does it properly, it will have the advantage in this. It will be always available from here on out. And once the data is created, it can be accessible for the future and it can be expanded.
Thank you very much, team. Time is over. Welcome, friends of Nolly on stage. Three minutes. Good luck.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I have no idea how to send something into space, but I have a great idea. And actually, what I have to do to get something into space. Currently, I have to have a lot of knowledge. I have to know how to build a satellite, how to get that satellite into space, how to find funding, how to find people who send me that thing into space. And that's really cost intensive, and yeah, you really need a lot of time for that. But step back a little. If we are looking for past hardware development, we're seeing in the first time computers were only built for one specific purpose. Later on, as they rose in hardware or in performances, we could do more application at once on a PC. Later on, the same is with the mobile market and the Internet of Things devices, actually everything on hardware. So why this does not happen too with satellites? So what we want to do is to create a space app market, meaning we're creating an operating system for common used multi-purpose satellites, including app store and development tools for that, so that if I have an idea, I do not care about anything on the left. I don't care about the launching. I don't care about the satellites deployment. I just get on the PC, get some coding, and just upload my application for the satellite. And yeah.
Yes, so we will provide a satellite operating system to be on board the satellite that will receive also apps. So we will provide also the infrastructure for an app store, And you will have the possibility to upload and develop your own app. For example, educational scientific apps or satellite renting apps that will allow you to rent a time slot of the satellite for whatever you want, whatever your application will allow you for private imaging or weather forecast or radio amateurs applications. So the apps will be available on the smartphone as a commercial smartphone. So what are our benefits? We will reduce time to market in terms that if you have an idea and you want to test it into space, you don't have to go through the entire process we mentioned before. You just send your app in space and test how does it behave in orbit. And you don't need to be a very expertise in space development. You just have to be able to develop your app. And this will reduce the cost. How we plan to have a revenue? We will sell the operating system, so satellite developers will pay for this. And also we will have a fee on each app, so app users will pay for.
Thank you very much, team. Time is over, so thank you for your presentation. Judges,
very short time.
Time for questions.
So you, I have understood you are going to rent time and the application of existing and future satellites from satellite providers, which are not you, right?
Yes.
So how do you secure your time on those satellites? Because every satellite comes with its own business model.
Yes, of course. But this will be an operating system that can be adopted from satellite developers that has this type of mission objectives. They want to develop a multi-purpose CubeSat or satellite, and so they will need a software tool that will allow you or them to provide these multi-option objectives. Another key point is that they will be the apps will be very user-friendly. So it will be easy to develop an app or to use it, and we will get also a revenue from everything.
What exactly will be the product? Will it be a picture or will it be navigation, or what exactly will be what you are selling?
Yes.
We're actually selling time on the satellite, meaning if something happened on geological aspect, means there is an earthquake or there were some waves or so, we can selling, okay, every time the satellite is going over that specific location, they're making a picture, sending it to them, and the rest of the time someone else can use the satellite. With that we can really use the whole satellite, the whole 100% or close to 100% of the time, and not just floating around most of the time and doing nothing. And yeah, with that we can do experiments, we can do selfies from space. You can create your own app on, okay, I'm standing here, the satellite is coming that time, okay, let's make my own selfie. Or there are going to be for sure a lot of new development invention, since if we provide the development tools, new apps will arise. Same happened with smartphones.
Thank you very much, team.